Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking into Shaa Wasmund's book, Think Less, Do More. It's sort of a motivational review. Our mission here, for you, is really to pull out the most useful bits, especially if you feel, stuck with procrastination or self-doubt or just too much mental clutter.
Right.
The book really pushes simplicity, clarity, and, crucially, execution, getting you to stop just thinking and actually do something.
And that's so relevant, isn't it? Because the review points out how many of us feel just, well, bogged down, overwhelmed.
Yep.
It's often not a lack of ideas, but just the sheer noise in our heads. So this deep dive, it's about how Wasmund suggests tackling that. Less about deep strategy, more mindset and motivation.
Exactly. Clearing that path mentally.
Yeah, which is usually the biggest block.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The first really big takeaway, it's pretty fundamental. Action beats perfection.
Classic advice, but yeah.
It sounds familiar, sure, but Wasmund really digs into why. The book champions what you might call imperfect action. Think about like an email you keep tweaking.
Oh, yeah, or that project lunch you keep pushing back.
Exactly that, waiting for the right time. Wasmund says just send the draft, even if it's messy. Take that tiny first step. It generates momentum.
It reframes mistakes, too. They're not failures, just data points, information for the next try.
Right.
And what's really interesting there, I think, is how letting go of that perfect ideal, it actually speeds things up. It accelerates achievement.
That seems counterintuitive, but it makes sense.
It does, because chasing that perfect plan, that flawless workout routine, whatever it is, it can stop you from making any progress at all.
Total paralysis.
Yeah. So Wasmund shows how starting small, even if it's clumsy, it's the way out of that analysis paralysis. Focus shifts from the scary big goal to just the next small thing you can do.
Okay, that flows right into the next big idea then.
Yeah.
Tackling the internal stuff.
Yeah.
Overthinking.
The biggest barrier for most people.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting if you've ever felt kind of trapped by your own brain. The review highlights how we hold ourselves back with constant what-ifs.
What if I mess up? What if people judge it?
Right, all that mental noise.
Yeah.
The book insists letting go of that fear, that need for certainty, is just essential.
It really is. And Wasmund talks a lot about creating mental space. It's not just about doing more things. Often it's about what you stop doing.
Ah, okay. Like decluttering your commitment.
Exactly. Getting rid of stuff that doesn't align with what you actually value. And she offers, simple tools for this.
Practical stuff.
Yeah, like a kind of brain dump to clear your head, or something called the 5-minute rule.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, you just commit to working on something daunting for only 5 minutes. Often that's enough to just break the inertia. It builds confidence.
That sounds super practical. And the review did mention that as a bit. Plus, the book's easy to read, actionable, lots of real-life examples.
Makes the ideas stick. It's definitely not some dense theoretical text.
Right.
Now, on the flip side, the review also notes some potential cons. Well, if you've read a lot in the productivity space already, some ideas might feel a bit familiar, repetitive, maybe.
Sure.
And the focus is definitely more on that mindset, the motivation piece,
Yeah.
rather than, say, detailed project management techniques.
So less strategy, more psychology.
Pretty much, which does raise a good question. Who is this really best for? What does it offer someone just starting out, trying to be more decisive?
And the answer seems to be.
It seems ideal for anyone feeling genuinely stuck, overwhelmed, needing that push to get out of the thinking loop and into the doing loop. It cuts right to that internal resistance.
Got it. So wrapping this up for you listening, what have we distilled here? Basically, moving from thinking to doing boils down to a few key shifts. First, embrace action, even imperfect action, over chasing some elusive perfection. Second, tackle those internal mental barriers head on.
The overthinking, the fear.
Yeah. And third, get really clear on your priorities. Focus on what actually matters.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. If we look at the bigger picture here, it suggests the toughest obstacle often isn't the task itself.
Right.
It's the thought about the task, the dread, the anticipation, the planning.
The overthinking cycle again.
Exactly. So the question becomes, what's one tiny imperfect step, something really small you could take today, just to start?